All right, you guys. Welcome, 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 stages. Yes, I am starting out with dancing potatoes because potatoes are gonna potate. All right. This session is going to balance silly and serious, and it's going to go up and down, but overall, I am going to be fair and balanced. Now, I wanted to tell you straight up my receipt that I'm talking about is the marriage license. It only took me 45 minutes to find it. I found it way back about 9 days ago. Okay, I've been working on this for approximately 10 days. And I did not, I believe I was the first person to have it, but it took me longer to black out everything and put on there, my watermark and all this kind of stuff, only to see that when I was about ready to put it out, someone else had put it out before I could, and they decided to show the entire document without any blackouts, without anything. Now, they can do that because it's not doxing when it is public record. Now, I am going to say this. I found it funny that she said it took me all day and all night to find it. It only took me 45 minutes to find it. But my stages, you guys already know I nerd out, so it only took me 45 minutes. But I didn't want to just make a video of 5 minutes saying, hey, they're married. Look at this. I prefer quality over quantity, okay? Which is why this video is as long as it is. But this video, I intend to take you guys on the complete journey of Ray and Brittany as we know it, as was known to us, and, okay, and the reading. All right, make no mistake, the tarot reading is definitely coming. The tarot reading I am going to do for both of them. I will tell you right now that I am in this session, it's so much and so heavy that I'm only doing it for Ray at first. But there are my clarifiers because this sweetheart, and I'm calling him a sweetheart just because I don't want to say any other thing right now, okay? This person needed my clarifiers, and it's not pretty, okay? It's not pretty. It's really not. And so I will get to Brittany. I definitely, definitely will, which is why this will be a double reading. Okay? So let's go. So make no mistake about it. This is Tarot Spills the Tea. Ray and Brittany from Love After Lockup. They are married. I just showed you guys my version of the marriage certificate. All right. Even though it's not doxing, I wanted to respect their privacy. That's me. But somebody has it out there already where you can see every single thing, and that's just not me. That's just not how I operate. So the thing about it is Ray shares his eggplant with the fan after the wedding, okay? Which is why kind of why I wanted to look for their marriage certificate, because I was thinking he wouldn't do that if they were married. But yes, he did. He did it. He did it right after they was married, within less than 30 days. Less than 30 days after they were married, okay? The receipts are all within this session. And Brittany was pissed. All right. Double tarot reading explains it all with ultimate clarifiers. Just in case you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to this session of Tarot Spills the Tea. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Indigo Sage, an awakened soul. You can look at my spiritually based website at unapologeticallysage.com. You can also find me around social media on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook under Unapologetically Sage. I created this just for Ray because I could see that Brittany showed him how to dress, cleaned him up very, very well. They were talking for 9 months, she said. 9 months while he was in jail. Okay, and when he was scheduled to be released, apparently, allegedly, supposedly, he was supposed to go into a halfway house or whatever. I didn't look all into that because we don't need to know all of that. But what we need to know, what we take from it, is that they were talking for 9 months while he was in jail. She feels like that's a long time. Okay. And she was telling a friend that when he gets out, they are going to get married and begin to have children. And the friend is like, are you sure? And she's like, he agreed to it. Now, he agreed to it. And I found this on the We Extras, the little extra scenes and stuff. You have to dig for them, but they're there. Now, here's the thing, okay? So let me first say that I am jumping to the mansplaining number two. He skipped the line. We at number two. I skipped number one, but that's because of an emergency because he was cheating supposedly, allegedly, apparently, allegedly. So, it was dropped in my spirit to address this first. And like I said, I first began with them 10 days ago. And so you guys may have all heard of this already. And if you haven't, buckle up because I'm getting ready to tell you. But here's the thing. So as Brittany cleans him up and puts him in the nice clothes and puts him on a boat and everything, as we just seen in the thumbnail and everything, he got a cigar in his mouth, and they sipping on something. I think she got her red cup or blue cup, whatever kind of cup. They kind of call that a stress reduction kit for men. But my question is, did Ray use it right? Did he even use it right? And what's funny is I have dates on these pictures and stuff because you can't find them no more. You can't find them no more. You can't find them no more. We'll talk about all that. All right, coming right up.
But first, before we continue, what I need you all to do is bring your beautiful eyes to the bottom of your screen, no matter what screen you're looking at, whether that is your iPhone, your Android, your Cricket, your whatever screen, whether it's an iPad, a laptop, a notebook, whether it's your flat screen or big booty screen TV, whatever screen you're looking at. Bring your beautiful eyes to the bottom of it and look at that red bar at the bottom, and what it says is, this is for entertainment purposes only, and every single word is what? Alleged, and not to be used as facts. So anytime that you see this red bar at the bottom, the sentence inside applies.
Here's the summary. This is Love After Lockup with Brittany and Ray. Okay, Love After Lockup is a quote unquote reality TV show where they showcase relationships with people who just left came out from being locked up and they are on parole. Okay. One, sometimes both of them, but in this case, just one, that is Ray. Okay, so Brittany and Ray, you may hear me say Ray and Brittany because the first part is about Mr. Ray. Okay, so they're in a relationship. Brittany basically wants to be married and have children. She keeps pressuring him, pressuring him, pressuring him. What I'm going to summarize is the finale that just played a few days ago. And this is in relation to, and I mean directly related to, my mansplaining number two. He was mansplaining number two. All right, he's the chosen one. So Brittany feels like they've been together like forever, a very long time. And, I don't know how long it's been. I don't really hear a pinned down number of months, years, or decades. But also, I'm new to this show. I've watched it for about last 2 months, I'd say, perhaps. So I don't know how long it's been planned because I think this is episode 600 or something like that. So I can surely tell you I have not watched 600 episodes, but I've watched enough. Okay. And here we go with this summary. Now, her mom, just to let you guys know, so her mom wouldn't meet him. She refused to meet him until he at least had a job for 3 months. Which also ties back to her saying they've been together for a long time. So what is a long time? Now, long time itself is relative, okay? So I'm not even getting ready to go there because if the mom is sitting up here saying he needs a job for at least 3 months, and you talking about y'all been together for a long time, if you've been together for a long time, shouldn't he have already had 3 months under his belt? But of course, we have to assume that she's calculating how long he's been locked up, and I don't know. But for this summary, let's just it doesn't matter. Well, it matters if you feel like it matters. Let's go. Okay. So they go to Miami. So this is not in this scene, but they go to Miami to celebrate her birthday. She's telling everybody and pumping everybody. Everybody is her friends. They are her friends. One is her sister. So they go to Miami to celebrate her birthday. She tells everyone that he's going to propose. And she just, like I said before, she makes it very, very clear that she wants to be married and she wants babies. So and also it's very clear that he feels pressured and he tries to explain earlier before this finale that he has a restitution to pay. Fast forward to here. So they're there. She has a birthday dinner. She's in a special occasion dress. This is what she says. Special occasion dress, girl. Okay. That special occasion dress was for the occasion of being proposed to. He brings out the ring. She is smiling, 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 cheesing, cheesing, cheesing. And what he tells her is that it's a promise ring. And her facial expression totally changes. She's upset, and it's very, very clear that she's upset. Okay. Um, so it's a problem. And then she turns to her quote unquote friends, the cast that she's hired, and says, "What is a promise ring? What is this? What does this mean?" And she's talking to them. As you can see in the lower pictures, she is turning and looking at her friends, asking them, "What is a promise ring?" Okay, girl, my nerves you are tap dancing on right now. Okay. And they go off and talk. She eventually ends up running off, but they go off and talk first, I believe, before the runoff. Okay? To which he explains he ain't no regular degular ass dude. He ain't no regular ass dude. What does that mean? In this scene, after he says and like expresses to her, he's so serious. He got his shirt open and shit, his chest showing, and he ain't got taco meat. He got tattoos, honey. Let him know, shit. He ain't no regular degular. And so she confesses that it's weird to her that he bought her a ring to show how much he loves and appreciates her. Okay, it's weird to me that it's weird to her. But I digress. The next day, Brittany goes to meet up with her girls. Meanwhile, Ray is scheduled to film with Brittany's guy, quote unquote, friends, so they can read their lines. Okay? Okay. So, yes, I slapped y'all in the face with both of these images because if I had to see it, you had to see it too. All right. Now, and I ain't saying nothing. Let me tell you something. First off and foremost, this birthday queen um cover up or whatever, this little pearl cover up, that is so cute to me. That is so cute to me. It really, really is. I like it. And I think it's cute that it's the birthday queen. It's really cute. It's really, really cute. One thing I can't help it. I told myself already, don't get on here and point this out, but I have to because I can't help it. All of them have a white wristband on. When I've had wristbands on, it's been like from a club to get, to go out and come back in, go out and come back in if need be. I'm not saying that theirs is definitely because of a club, but I know certainly, I mean, common sense can say it's to get out and in of something. And I'm just wondering what that is because each of them have one on, I believe. But now, I'm gonna have my eyes peeled for each and every one of them. But I know she does, and I know Ray does. Anyway, so she's walking and talking for this scene, and nobody's around. Who she talk to? Who she talk to? So the ladies are already there. She's late. But I guess she can be late while she's leaving them all cold. They are cold. I know they are cold because I was there in spirit. Because I've been to the beach before, and you believe that it's gonna be all nice weather because it says the weather is nice. For whatever reason, that air swoops up off of that water, and it's cold. The wind is slapping them all in their face and blowing their weaves all over the place. It's cold. The hair is blowing. It look cold. It's a bunch of clouds. If you look at them clouds, look like it might rain. They are getting their act on. Okay, these ladies are doing good acting because in the scenes you can't really tell that they cold. If that was me, baby, first of all, I don't know how long they had to wait for her. If I'm cold, baby, anyway, that couldn't have been me. So congratulations to them. Their acting was really, really good. Oh, so fake. So here we are to the minions, the guys, okay? And they're reading their lines and everything. They get a 1.5 stars. Quintez, it said his name was. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, don't matter. But that is Brittany's friend, Brittany's male friend. And he delivers his lines and says, hey man, are you going to marry her by the end of the year? And he then goes into saying that it's one thing to say something when you in prison, but when you get out, you gotta act on it. So Quintez, he gets his act on. He looks like he wants to be in a. He looks like he is an aspiring actor. Okay, but there is improvement that needed to be had. Um, but more on Ray's side. But Ray does have that good. I am considering what you are saying. Look right there at the top right. Bless his heart. And so Quintez drives home the point of, are y'all gonna get married by the end of the year? So I could not help it. I couldn't help it. I could not help it. Baby, this photo that you're looking at right now, I was gonna just, like delete it because I didn't need it. But then I looked behind the bar. Now, if you guys follow me, if you my sages, you already know that I'm in culinary, and this is a violation all day, every day. What in the corroded hell is all of this? Nobody can serve me anything from behind this bar. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir. No. Ray has his marching orders, so he marches with that little backpack, looking like he headed to the fourth grade. Okay. Y'all know there's always a fourth grade. It's usually around fourth, sometimes fifth, but usually around fourth grade where y'all go to drop off or pick up y'all child and y'all see somebody who look like they could be a teacher's aide. And y'all like, is that a student or the teacher's aide? Like, I mean, I got caught one time telling that big kid something because I thought he was an aide. So as he marches, and for whatever reason, watches his feet. What is that all about? I don't know. Here we are at the forced scene. So he flip flops on down to her. She and her friends all look at him, and you know, now this is after her and her friends just got done. The friends, they delivered their lines and said, "What happened last night? Was y'all good?" And she says, "No, it was dry." So they was like, "Oh, you was dry? You were dry towards him?" And she says, "Yes, I was dry because that ring was dry. That promise was dry. The words he said was dry. What is a promise ring?" Now, if you pay close attention to the words that's coming out of their mouth, you can totally tell that these people are trying to remember what they're saying. You know, it's like they're struggling to remember their lines. That has always been the feeling I got when it came to Ray and Brittany. All right. And it has been confirmed, and we will get to that. Especially since I had already felt deep down in my soul that this was fake. There was like a huge, and you know what? We can say all reality TV has a certain amount of stage and production and editing and fakeness to it. I always say that. These two, their scenes seemed higher and more than most, to a point where it was hard to watch, get into it. Now, they take a walk along the beach. Cute, cute, cute. Which really, honestly, very nice background. Very nice background. I just can't help but think about how cold they are. Okay. Simply because I've been on the beach and been cold before when it was a good, nice, sunny day. He explains to her that in his mind, he thought he was doing the right thing, and he was not trying to ruin her whole entire trip. And he says, "I know I was gonna have you upset. Everybody attack me." And she explains that she's confused. So, earlier she explained to him that she feels like it was weird for him to be giving her a promise ring. And he explained that he was showing his appreciation for everything she's done for him. And her response was she felt like it was weird. So now, as he repeats those same things, her response is that it confused me. So she thinks it's weird and confusing. Okay, all right. So then he goes into explaining that his mother passed away when he was younger. He says around 10 or 11. So he says it's hard for him to express his feelings. And he thought by giving her the ring, she would understand how much he appreciated everything that she's done. To me, that's easy to understand. I don't understand what is hard to understand about it. So, she's like, "Well, what is it a promise? A promise to what? A promise to what? What's the promise? What's the promise? Promise to what?" Girl, calm yourself. He lets her know the ring symbolizes our love. And it's a promise that we are going to be married by the end of the year. All right? So he submits. He submits to saying they're going to be married by the end of the year. We TV, it went from day to night real quick. Just a stroll along the beach for them, you've got to do better. But guess what? Recently, they've been on social media live together, and I will tell you guys, they look so cute. They really did. They both look happy. I am so happy to see Brittany outside of quote unquote the production because she looks beautiful. Okay? I don't know what the hell is going on with the Wii TV and whatever the hell was going on at the time. But don't do that again, okay? Because it's also been rumored that they're already filming, the next season. Congratulations, and I hope she looks like this, and I hope he looks like this. Okay. They look healthy, happy. They were joking around. I loved it. I liked it. This is what the hell we needed to see. Not all of the fake shit. All right. But in this life, he points out that she is not wearing now one of them rings he bought her. Either one. So apparently he got her 2 rings. Stay tuned. All right, so right now, what's next is me reminding you guys of why Ray is here in the first place. So I was not thinking of the Love After Lockup finale coming up at all. What dropped in my spirit was a 3 episode series of mansplaining. Ray and Brittany was number 2. In that series, I simply asked the question of each of the men of what was their soul message to their mate, and the other one was how did they see their relationship, like, period, in their mind right now, currently, you know. Because a lot of times when I ask these questions, for the tarot spills of tea, it is for a certain designated time period. Okay. And so sometimes it is for right now. These happen to be for right now. And in that series, I asked you guys to vote for, which man, but Ray won. It was dropped in my spirit and he won, and I see why. But these are the cards that came up. And these cards I did not fully understand until now, until doing further digging. So his soul message to Brittany at this time, and this was the 15th. This was before the finale episode aired, and I didn't even realize that the finale was coming. Okay. And it was take a leap of faith into the unknown. And I am going to connect that episode to this session because even in that episode I said, what is he talking about? I was like, why would he say that? Now we know why he said that. It appears that he may have said that because, this incident that he's in, this incident showing his eggplant to fans. So wanting her to take a leap, okay, into the unknown. Basically saying, trust me, okay, and then flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. It looks like he did that. It looks like he did that. Now, here's the thing, you guys. In my mansplaining, I said, okay, flirt is usually, when I see it, usually, most often, at the beginning of a relationship. Now, what I left out is the other part of it is when a man is cheating. And I shouldn't say man. In this case, I said man because it's a man doing something he shouldn't be doing. All right? So far as we know. But I take man back. Let's scratch out man and let's just say person because for all we know, anybody could be doing anything that they shouldn't have been doing. He could have caught her doing something she shouldn't have been doing, and then he did it in response. Who knows? Okay? Until we get to these cards. Until we get to these cards. But what I'm saying is, for the most part, I see flirt at the beginning of relationships. It didn't appear to be the beginning. And so I was a little confused. However, the other times that I've seen flirt come out is when one person is flirting with another who is outside of the relationship. And it just so happens that that is what it is. Now, also, during this reading, this little short, quick reading, I was letting you guys know that he kept in those pictures, it was weird because I was looking for solid. These cards made me want to look for a solid connection that he had with her looking at his social media. But all I found on his social media was haters gonna hate, haters gonna hate, haters gonna hate. And I was telling you guys how that always reminds me of this saying that I saw a long time ago from a friend that said, haters gonna hate and potatoes is gonna potate. Okay? Before I went any further on this session, I had to find it. That I did. Haters gonna hate, potatoes gonna potate. Okay? So now what? Potatoes always gonna potate, haters always gonna hate. Where we go from here? I'll tell you. So from there, after I found haters gonna hate, potatoes gonna potate, I went back to go to their um Instagrams, right? Because I wanted to find all of those haters gonna hate, haters gonna hate, haters gonna hate, haters gonna hate. He said it so many times, you guys. Guess what? I had some trouble. But these are where I originally went to find their Instagrams and whatnots. And I ran into some trouble. Okay, so here's the thing. What I found was something crazy because you've got to remember and keep in mind that I hadn't heard of anything about his eggplant. Spirit just told me to work on him, so I was working on him. Okay. And the first thing that I was going to do was go ahead and go back to all those photos that said that where he had said, haters gonna hate. I was trying to dig those up. Now, the thing about it is, I took a picture of those photos. However, I had cut off the haters gonna hate because remember, I was saying how that was making me sick, turning my stomach and stuff, all of that. And I just didn't know why he kept saying that. But I learned now. I learned now. People in this business, why they take the whole entire picture. Okay? I learned why they take the whole entire picture. Me, I cut that off because I didn't want to see it. I didn't think I would need it. I didn't think I was going to use it. But, look at what happened to me. Look at what happened to me. Okay? Ah! Look, let me tell you something. I learned that day. Okay? So I was like, now it's gonna look like I'm a liar, but it ain't gonna look like I'm no damn liar because I ain't no damn liar. All his stuff was up there. And all of it was saying haters gonna hate. And he had that cigar in his mouth like he was just cool to the motherfucker. You know, just so cool, calm, confident, just everything. Haters gonna hate. I Gina her like Martin. That was one of his sayings. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell is all of this? So, I tried going in a different way. That way was a dead end also. But I still have the pictures from the 15th, which was the original time that I had took them for the original, mansplaining when he was an option and now he is the choice. And this one does say Agina her like Martin, and it said haters gonna hate. I have to give credit, and I'm gonna say this, and everybody can take it however they want to. I really don't care. I have to give credit to Miss Brittany because you have really cleaned him up. Okay, you really cleaned him up. There were a couple of pictures of him in jail, and I don't really want to show those. I might splice those in right now. I'm not sure. You'll know if you see it. If you see it, then you see it. If you don't, you don't. But she really cleaned him up. And I really don't have to because you can just roll back to the summary where he had that little tiny ass backpack on. Little tiny ass fourth grade backpack, you know? Now she must have told him to take that backpack off and they look like filters up the ass on here. But she told him put that cigar in your mouth and because I believe on the finale he said we're going to smoke some cigars. So, she has really cleaned him up and she did a very, very good job. Very good job. Okay, let me clap. Very good job. Very good job. That cigar is what got him in trouble. Here are other photos that was on his account before he closed it down. And again, I had no idea why he closed his account down. None. Spirit just told me to go ahead and choose him for my mansplaining. And so that's what I was doing. I had no idea at this time that some stuff was going down. But like I said, I was going back in order to get all, you see all of them say more or whatever, and I was going back in to get the haters gonna hate. Like I had cut that off and the account didn't exist anymore. And I was like, ugh. But see, now understand this too. Understand this. I had already did his reading. I had already did his reading. And so I thought that he didn't have an account because of what I saw in his reading. I thought that what I saw in them cards made him shut everything all the way down. Okay? Spirit told me to take my time, baby. Because normally I do try to go as fast as I can go, but I'm never as fast as everyone else because, again, I like to do quality over quantity. But I was going as fast as I normally go, but they told me to slow down even more. But we'll get to all of that in just a moment. But his account had disappeared, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna show his pictures anyway, and I will never cut off nothing again. Then guess what I found? Okay, because I was like, well, she had some pictures of them, and but hers never said. I don't think I saw her saying haters gonna hate, but I was like, let me just go over there and see what's up. Well, now. Well, when I went over to her, the only thing I saw, and I mean, I was flipping, searching, flipping. I was like, where Ray at? Where Ray at? Where he at, girl? Again, like I said, I didn't know anything of what had been said and what was going on. I just know what them cards had said. And so I didn't, his account was dead, deleted, whatever. And so, and I'm so new to this, I was like, did he block me? And I was like, why would he block me? He don't even know me. He didn't block me, baby. It was just deleted. So I went to hers, and the only thing I saw, I couldn't find any Ray anything. The only thing I saw was this love and lockup, thing in the corner right there. But I will show you guys what I had previously got from her account, okay? So, and let me just make mention of the dates that I have right there in the middle and on the bottom of all these photos, okay? It shows you guys the dates that I got the photos. This is the date, the 15th is the day that I was doing the mansplaining, okay? So I had went and got the photos and stuff. And so it's her and Ray, So to the left, they chilling. I'm sure he had a cigar that night. And then to the right, they chilling. That was October 29th. So, but they was dressed up for probably a Halloween party. He was Chucky. She was the bride of Chucky. Okay, cute, whatever. But also it's foreshadowing something. Mm. Then hit you with the bing bang boom. Okay? It's no longer the picture you see on the left, that's gone. That's gone now. But it was the picture on the right, where she just by herself taking the picture. Okay. Then there were a few innuendos that showed up as memes. Will you pay Ray's bills? Will you pay his restitution bills? I don't think you do. Okay, so okay. We have that to the left. Then we have when people come at you rude, not knowing you've been holding in anger since 2011. Okay. Now, these are new. You understand to me? On the 19th, when I went just innocently to go look to get the photos with the all the saying where he kept on saying haters gonna hate. Just because I thought it was gonna be funny to show y'all that he was saying haters gonna hate and I said potatoes gonna potate. I got a whole new, you know, my eyes was busted. They kept on being busted. Let me show you something else. Okay, so Brittany also had on there new followers who come into my comments talking crazy. And there's an image of her, because she says me, and it looked like a grown ass woman. And then knucking and bucking with a little girl. And in my mind, at that point, definitely, I was like, what is going on? I knew something. I knew something was going on. I knew something was going on. I didn't know what was going on. I really didn't. But, but I just looked at a picture and was like, mm. I asked myself, do they look happy? Now I'm asking you guys, do they look happy? Like, I'm just asking. I'm just asking, do they? Now, I had to look them up even more and just typing in their names. My goodness, my goodness. Mess had just broke out. It seemed like 5 minutes ago when I just typed in their names, okay? And that will lead us into the YouTubers wrap up, which is coming up next. But in the meantime, between time, I do need to ask you guys, sincerely, please click like, subscribe, okay? Click that bell so that you know when I post next. And be sure to share, okay? Because I'm trying to give you guys the beginning to the end, just a nice little summary in a bow with the tarot on Ray and Brittany, okay? I didn't know that they would be this interesting. I had no idea. He was just somebody I threw in, honestly, because I thought they were fake, okay? So I just threw them in and wanted to see, how y'all felt about these love and lockups, folks. And it ended up being all of this. All right, I had no idea. And I'm getting ready to break down the YouTubers wrap up, but then just to say, this reading is unlike any reading I have ever done here in this Tarot Spills the Tea. All right. And when I get to it, I'll tell you why. But the best way to get to it the quickest is to click that like button and subscribe. All right. That'll somehow simultaneously speed up the reading. It'll speed all of this up. Just click like and subscribe. Try it. All right, you guys, welcome to this YouTuber wrap up. Okay, so this is me explaining to you guys kind of how it came to be that I went and searched for the marriage certificate, okay, and other information that you guys just may not know as of yet. All right, so what I am doing is just highlighting certain parts of these two YouTubers' channel, and I want you guys to go check out their channel for the full commentary that they have, about Mr. and Mrs. And this is my commentary on their take. All right, so let's go ahead and sage this out, shall we? All right, so first up, there's a YouTuber called According to Amber. And so it was interesting because her title straight up says Ray is cheating on Brittany and that she has receipts. Now, again, I must say I am only doing highlights from her YouTube video to provide my commentary, okay? If you want the full story, you got to go over there. Now, here is one of the receipts that she had, and it is the girl, whomever she is, providing a photo of a screenshot of conversations that her and Ray had. What the eggplant is covering up is a photo that someone else used to cover up what has been reported as Ray's eggplant, his personal private body part. Okay, again, this photo, the eggplant, is covering up another photo that's supposedly, apparently, allegedly covering up a photo of Ray's business that he sent to Homegirl. Now, he writes under it here, take this and go release some stress. And she writes, allegedly, my N. Be right back. Finna NUUUUUUT. Then he says, let me see. She says, I'm trying to let you F this throat. What? He replies, FT, which I assume is FaceTime. FaceTime me while you go play with it. She replies, okay, let me go get my kids off this bus real quick. LMAOOO. Then he replies, in due time, whenever you make your way this way, don't stand me up. Okay, that was a very interesting receipt. Let's continue. So, about that receipt, it looked real to me, but I do know that things can be fake. But coming right up is we'll be seeing Brittany's response, which makes it, she confirms that it's not fake when you sit up here and respond to it. Don't you agree? Let's see. So allegedly, this is Brittany responding. Now, I do happen to know that her Instagram account is I am Brie Nicole, okay, because I've been on it. However, recently I heard that she took it down. This has just all been such a whirlwind within these last couple of days, which is why I couldn't even bring you guys all of this information sooner like I wanted to, because I was gathering all of the so-called alleged receipts. So here we are looking at what appears to be, in my opinion, Brittany's account, her Instagram account, and her response. This is what y'all's Ray deserve. And she apparently got a picture of the young lady. And as you guys already can see, I've covered up the pictures as I always do. Now, I did try to blow up as best as I could so that you guys could see, just in case you're watching this on a cell phone. I try to think of all angles and every one. So that was the best I could do. But again, it says, this is what y'all's ready deserve. And she posted that girl's picture. Then she says, men who send D pics are so lame, especially if it ain't banging like Hitman. Holla. It looks like an overcooked hot dog wiener. Don't at me, at your mama. I don't even know what all that's supposed to mean. To be honest, I don't. But just my opinion, her saying, especially if it ain't banging, I don't know if that means banging. Basically, I guess, and then she said like a hot dog. It looked like an overcooked hot dog wiener. What the hell is that? What does an overcooked hot dog wiener even look like? I don't know, but it sounds gross. Okay? Whatever it means, it sounds gross. So let's keep going. Here are more interesting receipts from I Am Brie Nicole Instagram. Being on this show didn't make me cool to people. I've been cool to people. People that matter. People with money. And people who can make things happen in the city. People who knew years ago that I should have been on somebody's TV screen. It's a shame what fame and attention can do to a person. Make you feel like you don't even know them. So the YouTuber speculated that she was talking about Ray. And the reason why I'm including what the YouTuber speculated is because she had a lot of receipts, a lot more of these. I only chose a few to get the point across, okay? So, one more. Fun fact. I should be an executive producer. I created and wrote every scene that has people mad, and I have receipts. So earlier, you guys listen to the summary that I provided, and all throughout, I was saying that they look staged, fake, phony, just totally not real at all. And I had already suspected that. And then when I seen allegedly that Brittany wrote that she should be an executive producer because she created and wrote every scene, with them, that was not hard for me to believe at all. I knew, I just felt like it was fake, and I know I'm not the only one. I heard other people talking about them and saying that it was fake. But in all fairness, there is a little bit of fake in all reality shows, and Ray and Nicole were not the only Love After Lockup couple that was getting the rap of being fake and staged and, putting it on just for the cameras. I couldn't help it. I could not help it. If you guys haven't noticed already, you're gonna see potatoes all throughout this reading, okay? Potatoes and cigars, baby. Because, as Ray said, Haters gon' hate, especially when he got that cigar in his mouth. Haters gon' hate, and potatoes gon' potate. The cigar, this potato is saying the cigar made new fame go to my head. Cause I ain't no regular diggle ass dude. And now I'm in trouble. Po thing. Next YouTuber I am commenting on, giving my opinion on, is yes, none other than Sherelle's World. Okay? She says that Ray Love After Lockup responds to cheating rumors. Plus, he and Brittany are married. So when I saw this and them claiming they's married now, I went looking and it only took me 45 minutes. And I did find the wedding license, which I showed to you guys at the top of my commentary, and it only took me 45 minutes to find the certificate. It took me longer to black out all of that stuff and put Indigo Sage watermark all across it. So, continuing, what exactly was Sherelle saying? All right. As you guys know, if you're my regular Sagey, and if you're new, welcome, welcome, welcome. What I will do from time to time is provide you guys not only with the oh gosh, what is this? A photo of the YouTuber, but also the transcript that's provided by YouTube. Okay, so she is saying this morning. She's saying that it's been reported that Ray has been cheating on Brittany, and so I just wanted to hop on here really, really quick to clear up those rumors. Now, if you notice the emoji that I use, it has a dollar signs. The reason why I did that is because as I listen to this, it sounds so much like she was being paid for this. And that is simply my opinion. But I feel like that from the bottom of my heart, she was totally 100% paid by it. I mean, paid for saying these things because she specifically said that Ray did not cheat on Brittany. And if you go out saying that, then you will get sued. So you better say, and actually she added this later, you better say allegedly or something like that. But if you go out and state that he cheated on her, you will be sued. She was on for about 20 minutes and she said that about 20 times. Okay? That was her complete message. And that's all she said. And, as she said, she just jumped on there real quick just to say that. That's literally all she did. She jumped on there real quick and just, it wasn't even, it wasn't even like a regular YouTube video that she normally, that I've seen in the past, because I haven't watched her in, I don't know, at least maybe about a year. But they used to chit chat and like kind of laugh and have a good time, and this was none of that. She just showed up, and I'm gonna tell you something. This sounds like Brittany wrote her script, okay, and was like, "Girl, you better say this. This is how many times I want you to say it. This is how much I'm gonna pay you, and how many times you need to say exactly that." For whatever reason, in a minute we're going to see that she invited her husband Perry on and some other person. I don't know who they are. It's not important because they didn't say nothing about 3 words, so they must have just got paid $50 or whatever. They gave $50 worth of testimony allegedly, and in my opinion. Okay, so let's keep going real quick. Right here, I can only assume, in my opinion, I'm not assuming my opinion, but I can only assume that she is referring to the YouTuber that I just showed you guys that I watched right before I watched this one. And that YouTuber, had the receipts and had in the title that Ray was cheating on Brittany. So here is her saying, yeah, earlier this morning it was reported that someone had went online and posted a picture, and she says a dick pic, then she goes on and on and on, and basically says that's not cheating if you just send pictures of your private across the internet. That's not cheating. So she kept saying that's not cheating, that's not cheating, that's not cheating. Like, all he did was send his picture of his penis. Okay, then she hammered in that they are married, they are married, they are married. Y'all better recognize they married, and he did not cheat on her. All he did was send a picture of his private. I don't know how much that helped, and Brittany should get her money back because let me just show y'all something. Right here, this cracked me up. Because, first of all, I don't know why Sherelle felt like she needed two other people to drive home the message that sending the picture is not cheating. Okay, now, my opinion, I would not want my husband to be sending his penis pictures to anyone, point blank, period. For me, there's no way to clean that up. That's not a good thing to do. And it's not okay, Ray. It's not okay. That shit ain't okay. So I'm confused of this message exactly. Okay, and you might be wondering how am I confused? She done said it 20 times, but I guess not what the message is, but the purpose of it. The purpose is to say he didn't cheat. Well, girl, he sent his penis to somebody. That's not cool either. So what had me cracking up though was when Perry got to opening up his mouth to talk, honey, and he was saying, um, that, although it sounds crazy, and most people may say, well, if he sent that picture, how can you say he's not cheating? I mean, we can't say 100% whether he did or didn't. Okay, I looked at Sherelle's face in that moment because I started cracking up. I started cracking up because clearly they began to respond to people in the live chat, okay? And I kind of heard that a lot of times you should not do that while you are trying to talk, at the same time, which is probably why most YouTubers will say what they have to say, then stop and say, let me see what you guys are saying in these comments. Okay, because I guess trying to have your brain do both at the same time may not work out very well. This will be a perfect example of that. I believe, okay, in my opinion, that Sherelle got paid to deliver this message and clearly state that Ray did not cheat. She is then followed up by her husband, who's reading the comments and responding to them saying we can't say 100% that he didn't cheat. That contradicts what she got paid to say, in my opinion. So yeah, her face is, it's like if steam could come from her ears, it would have been coming from her ears. Okay, that just messed up all of the work that she put in, the previous 15 minutes before he got on there. But anyway, right after that, she wrapped it up and wrapped it up, honey. She wrapped it up, wrapped it up. All right, and I do have something to show you guys one more time. Yes, this is an image of their alleged marriage license. And again, like I said, it only took me a few minutes to find it, but more time was put in it blocking out all this stuff. Now, again, this is not doxing because it's public information. And but I just wanted to be, nice about it, I guess you could say. That's just me. I never want to openly give people's information. If somebody actually wants it that bad for whatever reason, they can go find it the way I did. Me, it only took a few minutes to find it. Homegirl who's showing the full things, she said it took her all day and all night. It wasn't hard, but anyway, and maybe it's because I nerd out a lot and I know how to get stuff. If it's available to be found, I know how to get it, most likely. Anyway, let's talk about the sanctity of marriage real quick. So the point that Cheryl was making was that no YouTuber out there or blogger better say that Ray cheated because he didn't, and they will get sued, while also admitting that he sent a picture of his penis, not in shorts, not in no gray sweats, nothing like that. His naked penis is what people are alleging to that girl. And that, I can only imagine, is the reason why he deleted his Instagram. All right. And allegedly they say Britney's Instagram is deleted now. So I don't know. I didn't go looking for hers. I had to stop looking because if I sit here and look at the latest news on them every day, I would never get this video out because I've been sitting on this for days and days and days now. Okay. Just trying to develop it and not, I prefer quality over quantity because otherwise I would have put out, anything and did a little 5-minute video. But I like to give you guys the entire picture and information as I know it from beginning to end. So, but it's crazy to me that the message is that he didn't cheat. I think they should have just left it alone and let it die down. And she should have dealt with it in private. Because if she's going to stay with him, because as you guys can see, I'm sure you guys know by now, they recently got married in November, okay? He had to reach that before the end of the year deadline that was set. And they did. And so, girl, it's the holidays. You just got married. It is messed up that he's sending, first of all, why? I'm curious to know why. Why are you sending pictures to other women of your private part? Like, what do you get out of that? And I'll never forget. And yes, I'm telling y'all a little bit of personal business. Um, I knew someone who had just got out of jail, and this was, I don't know, 18 years ago. And they too did a lot of sending pictures back and forth on their cell phone. And when I asked them why, they said it was their ego, and that since they had been in jail for so long, when they came out and started back again receiving the female attention, they couldn't get enough of it. And I appreciated that honesty. I was like, wow, you're really honest. Alrighty then. So I'm not saying that that's the reason why Ray's doing it, and I'm not saying, or did it, allegedly. And I'm not condoning that behavior at all, because, like I said earlier, I'd be very highly upset if my partner was sending, photos of their private parts to someone else. However, I'm just offering you guys the reason that someone that I knew said that they was doing it. I don't know. But then that person was a cheater too. So, like I said, I said that Ray was the one that. But anyway, we're gonna move on. I want y'all to give y'all opinions in the box. In the comments below. This reading is so heavy that I didn't want to do it. Like, I didn't want to do it. Seriously, I did not want to do it at first. When the cards first came out, I was like, whoa, I was shocked. And that is the reason why I brought out my Ultimate Clarifiers deck, because I was like, well, my deck is going to tell me what it is for real, because I was shocked. Okay. It was sad to go through. And I personally, I don't like um giving sad news when it's, especially when it's not a client. Like, these people are not my clients. So with this entertainment news, this is the first time that it's been um this way, this sad to me, okay? So it took me a while, a little bit to process it and to go ahead and say it, because no one wants to hear negative, sad feelings. But what I am going to do right here, right now, is tell the truth on these cards with what Mr. Ray Ford feels in the moment. All right, let's get right into it. So, there is a total of 5 positions. I will explain them as I go, and then there is a bonus 6th position. Now, I did these cards before I even knew that they were married and that there was any issue. Okay? I just followed Spirit. Spirit led me to them. So, the question that I asked was, how does Ray feel about the decision to be in a relationship with Brittany? Again, I asked relationship because I did not know that they were married. All right. Spirit tells me that whether I said relationship or married, the cards would have been the same. The message would be the same. So let's get into this. Okay. Because guess what? They are all reversed except for one. And my regular sages, you already know how I feel about this. You already know how I feel about this. When they're all reversed except for one, one stands up straight. That says a lot, but we are going to go one by one, of course. The past. The past card is reverse 5 of Wands. The past card is important because this is the card that tells us how the present is influenced. Okay? This tells us what they were thinking when they were making the decision. Okay? Something that they reflected on in the past as they made their decision. This is reverse 5. 5 of Wands. Fives means conflict. Reverse, you may think that could mean something good, and it could, except for this one means bottling up your resentments to avoid conflicts. Avoiding difficult conversations lead to an erosion of trust. When it comes to reverse 5 of Wands in love, that's what that means. So I needed to clarify it. I clarified all of these. Okay. I started out in my mind saying I'm only going to clarify the reversals. Now, besides the fact that every single one was reversed except for one, as soon as they left my hand, I was like, "Oh my gosh, all of them need to be clarified." Like before I even took them all in. So the clarification for the past, which, again, was bottling up your resentments to avoid conflict. The clarification is I love you, but not the way you want me to. All right. That nailed it. And that is when I began to feel really, really sad, okay, for them as a couple. And it goes on to say this love in this situation is not balanced. Someone wants to be just friends. Um, and it says that it shows up as a hard reality for someone in the situation because someone in this situation just wants to be friends or someone doesn't really want contact at all. All right, this is the past. Let's go to the present. For the present, we have the reverse 2 of Cups. And for this situation, it means the pursuit of love at the expense of all else. And the clarifier is the reverse. Take an honest look in the mirror. It's time. So here's the thing about this reverse. Someone's denying that. Someone's putting that off. Resistance. Spirit is saying resistance, resisting this message hard. Okay. Because even when this message shows up, upright, take an honest look in the mirror, it's time. Somebody is already resisting. So having it in reverse is resisting it hard. Someone needs to take their mask off and examine their true feelings and actions, or someone has become or will become disillusioned soon. Oh, in reverse, someone's fighting the disillusionment hard. I just said that. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. But what's sticking out to me is that someone will become disillusioned soon. So, oh my gosh, I'm kind of wishing that I had further clarified. I may do a follow up on this, which I'm already going to have to do a follow up on this, but I'll get to that later. Let's continue. For the best, the way Ray sees it, the best is reversed. The Empress, which says a partner is too smothering or controlling. This card also references your self worth may need a boost. If you don't feel worthy of being loved, it doesn't matter who you are with, you will have difficulties maintaining a relationship. He's trying to reverse those feelings. So, you know what? Because the thing about it is, what I want you guys to realize, even though I am breaking down the way Ray feels, and of course, allegedly, and so on and so forth, In my tarot experience, opinion, and all of that, which I already said at the very beginning of this video. I'm breaking down how Ray feels about being in a relationship with Brittany. And we saw them smiling and everything. I showed you guys a picture. They were smiling. They looked really cute. But the reality is, 1 month after, I think a little less than 30 days after they were married, he sent his penis to another woman and asked her to masturbate in front of him on camera. That's the reality of the situation, allegedly. Okay? Allegedly. Um, and the thing about it is, I could have even believed that all that was fake if I hadn't seen these cards. And these cards came before that. The cards came like this, and I was wondering what was the. I was like, oh my gosh, something is going on, but I didn't know what was going on, and I don't think it hadn't even happened yet. Anyway, because the cards came, and then like the next day, this all broke out. So I guess it was happening simultaneously. I don't know. I don't know when he showed his penis. I don't know. I wasn't there. But my point is, I want you guys to understand, I'm not saying at all that Brittany is the issue or the problem, especially when it comes to this card right here, and also especially since these are Ray's cards and about how Ray feels. Okay, this is how Ray feels about being in a relationship with Brittany. It doesn't mean that she is a problem. We won't know that until I do her cards. Anyway, so I think he doesn't feel worthy of being loved. That's kind of how I see it. But it can be that, or the other thing is being with a smothering or controlling partner. Now, let me tell you something. Two things can be true at the same time. We all know that. So, the clarifier is dogging you, running around talking about you behind your back to anyone who will listen. Now, it was in reverse. So that just says to me that he wishes that she wouldn't do that. And even though she says she wrote all of those situations for TV, every single one that we as in the audience don't like about her, she wrote them all. Okay. But I do feel like that's true. That part is true because she stayed talking about him to all of her family and friends. And dissed them in front of, his supposed allegedly cousins and friends and everything. Some of that I feel like is a touch of reality in her world. Even though she wants us to believe she wrote it based off of how she really feels, what she really thinks in her mind, how she is in her mind. Okay? So that's real. So this smotheringness is real. And this talking about him behind his back, dogging him behind his back is real. That's real. Whether she wants to say it's fake or not, there's a part of it that's real and he knows it. This card was in reverse because he wishes she wouldn't do it. Okay, now that's reality. Didn't nobody write that this man wish you wouldn't do it. You can say whatever you want, but the fact is he wishes you wouldn't do it. So that means you're doing it. Get into it. And that's a part of his best that you wouldn't do that. So, honey, she'll be next. Don't worry about it. And at this time, I would like to remind you to please click like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Also, click the bell so that you are notified for the very next reading. Okay? The very next session. You'll want to know it. All right? So, support me, click like, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have, thank you so much. It means the world to me. Okay? Worst. We are at worst. So, worst was reverse, and it's the sun. I normally love when the sun comes out, but in this position and reverse, I've never seen the sun in this position in reverse. What this is saying is you and your partner drifted apart due to him having the same conversation with Brittany over and over again. He feels like the sun is setting. Okay? Now, at the beginning of a marriage, the sun should be rising. So, again, this is very sad. It's unfortunate because he feels like, and Spirit is telling me, Brittany's just not understanding the words that's coming out of his mouth. That's how he feels. That's how he feels. And you know what's funny? She needs to be careful because even though she thinks that she wrote these scenes and stuff, there's some part of it, and see, I can see her now saying, I already know that. There's some part of it that's true on how he feels, but what she may not know is the amount that he feels because she played him sideways a little bit. You know, he ain't no regular degular now. And being in control or trying to be in control that much didn't really allow him the opportunity to tell her how he really feels. She just sensed it and figured that she knew it. And then, like, took off with, I know, the all knowing. And the problem is, for whatever reason, Ray did not speak up. He ain't talking. He feels like he can't talk. He can't say. And then when you're dealing with a person, think about it. When you're dealing with a person who thinks that they already know, do you really feel like, how much effort do you feel like putting in if somebody feel like they already know? Now, me, I'm a talker, so I will tell somebody how I feel. I have no problem with it. But some people who aren't expressive, they bottle it in, which is what this message is saying. He held it in, and then something's gonna happen that you don't like. And I didn't know that something did happen that she didn't like. Okay. And so, see, here we go. The clarifier was reverse, and it says, you are a warrior, you've already won. Okay. You are a warrior, you've already won. This card says you're stronger than you believe that you are. Tap into your higher power, and the strength you summon may surprise you. It says it may surprise the heck out of you. You already won means you fought so long that you don't realize you can stop now. You've won. I truly believe this is pointing to his voice or wanting to establish his position in their relationship. He established it now. Apparently, she needed to understand that even though they had that WeTV relationship contract, whatever, he does have other offers. He can be with somebody else. Cause it ain't no telling, you never know what could be happening behind closed doors. Some people tend to say things like, and this is just an example, and I am not saying that she is saying this to him, so I really shouldn't have to say allegedly. However, for those who may be hard of understanding, and I only say that because, Sherelle said that someone would be coming after you if you say anything bad. Anyway, some people tend to say, no one will want you, no one wants you besides, who wants you besides me? Who wants you besides me? And I don't know, I'm sort of getting that feeling, and that's really messed up if Ray is being told that. I don't know. Let's just keep on going with this. Let's keep on going. See, here we go. Here we go. This is the one and only that was upright, and it's for what's to come. And it's the Eight of Cups. You guys can look at the imagery and know, but if you're a Sagey, then you may remember the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is one that I always talk about when it comes up, along with, like Seven of Swords. Like those two cards upright are very strong and distinctive in their meaning, period. Eight of Cups, no matter what deck, upright, it means Someone is walking away, and it really means that they're not coming back. Okay? Walking away and not coming back when they're upright. That is a clear meaning of it. It has never meant anything different in my tarot experience. Now, not to say that it always means something bad, because it depends on what they're walking away from. Okay, so get into that. It depends on what they're walking away from. They can be walking away from a lot of different things. So it doesn't necessarily mean bad. In this situation, in a relationship, someone walking away and never coming back, that's usually not looked upon as something great. So, soul searching needs to be done about whether your partnership is one that truly fulfills you. That's me summarizing this being nice, because I do believe that Ray loves her. It's just, I don't know what's going on with them. Well, I already said what I feel like what's going on with them. Anyway, clarifier is the clarifier is no regrets. I was like, oh Lord. I was like, oh my gosh, seriously? And that one was upright. I was like, shut up right now. Both of these was upright, upright. No regrets. So we have Eight of Cups upright, which means walking away. Clarified by no regrets upright, which means no regrets. But to further explain no regrets, no matter what anyone else thinks, you have absolutely no regrets. The energy of this card knows they do not have to explain themselves to anyone. They feel confident in their actions, and they don't care who doesn't like it. They don't care because they have confidence in their decision, maybe even for the first time. Hashtag deuces. If you disagree, is the energy they hold within. This is very clear. When I saw this card come up, I said, oh Lord, no regrets. My no regrets card, I know that's a strong card of a putting up that middle finger in the air, okay? When I saw that, I said, because I was thinking it might be a little, I don't know, you got the eight of cups upright, and that's the only card upright. Okay, let's continue. That's the only one upright. Y'all know how I feel about the one upright? It's very interesting. Very interesting. That one upright, when a person has just one card upright, that's what they're not questioning. That's something that they're sure of. When you have a whole spread, and this is my tarot, okay? When the whole spread is in reverse, you can interpret it a lot of different ways. But when it's all in reverse and you have that one card upright, that says a lot about the whole entire spread. It means that they know what they're doing, they know how they feel, and they are sure of it. Okay? They're sure of it. And very much sure of this one single card upright. No question about it. It just says a lot. Let's continue. Here we are at the energy. His energy influence. And as I always say, the energy influence is very important. Not a lot of tarot readers will tell you the energy influence for whatever reason. I like to tell you because the way I see it, it is the root. Okay? So if you are growing a tree, you got to have good roots. The roots, you've got to know what's going on with your roots. Energy influences the roots. All the rest of the cards that we just discussed comes from the root. All right, so it's the trunk of the tree, the branches, the leaves, the fruit, the flowers, everything. So your roots have to be good. So we have to talk about the roots. The roots is your energy influence, all right, of the entire situation, and how you've made the decisions that you've made, and how you're thinking and why you're thinking that way. These are the roots. So, Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups actually is a lovely, beautiful card. Cups generally are referred to love. All right? Cups matches the suit of water and its emotions. And the water and the cups, they're all generally referred to as love. When you reach 10, it's complete. But this was reverse. His energy is reverse that as he envisions and thinks about and feels about the relationship with Brittany. External matters may be creating chaos in your romantic life, including meddling relatives that believe you are not meant to be together. It is important now more than ever to face criticisms from family as a unit. Defend each other and avoid public arguments. Ensure that your partner feels loved even during this turbulent time. Again, I did all of this. Didn't even know that he had showed his penis to nobody. I didn't know they was having turbulent times. Okay. And I didn't know they was married, which is why the question was how does he feel about being in a relationship? I didn't know they was married. Anyway, the clarifier was reversed as well. And it's I feel awkward. So that one, it's I misspelled that. Spirit had me misspell it. And again, the this deck, this Ultimate Clarifiers deck that I use to clarify is my deck that I channeled, I created with the guidance of the angels and channeled them, and they gave me all of the answers to what they all meant. Okay, so they had me misspell awkward, and it says I feel awkward is misspelled on purpose, which makes it even more awkward. This card represents someone who has so many insecurities until they no longer feel comfortable in their own skin, or their awkwardness equates to being stuck in their head. One of the main issues within could reference a limited vocabulary or misspelling of words, and stuttering is also a possibility, although we didn't see him stutter on television. So I feel awkward also could point to someone who feels less than, which makes them need constant reassurance. Perhaps ego stroking. This person may feel that they fall short of the other person's achievements, or expectations. Understand this can refer to any number of things, such as material possessions, wealth, career, intelligence, and even mental spirituality, emotional intelligence, maturity. It's just, this person feels awkward. And it could be any number of reasons why. Now, it was reversed. So to me, that's him trying to hide it, trying to hide him feeling awkward. In this case, because reverse could mean a lot of different things, but in this case, I'm getting a strong sense of trying to hide that, trying to act however she expect whatever she expects. He's trying to meet it, her demand or whatever. Is he meeting it? I don't know, when you pull a rubber band too hard, when you stretch something too hard or too long or too much, don't it break? And in this moment, I would like to thank you guys all for your support. And as usual, there are times where I have a quote, poem, or whatnot. And in this time, I have a quote, okay? Never be in a hurry. Do everything quietly and in a calm spirit. Do not lose your inner peace for anything whatsoever, even if your whole world seems upset. I loved this when I saw it. Do not lose your peace. Do not lose your inner peace. Okay? To Ray, I say, do not lose your inner peace. Now, as far as Brittany is concerned, Brittany, do not lose your inner peace. Okay? I say that to both of you. And Brittany will be coming right up. I couldn't have this that long. All right. I started on it on the 19th. Spirit told me you'll finish on the 25th. I'm like, that's Christmas. I'll be finished way before then. And I wasn't. So Brittany is coming right up. All right. And I am not trying to make her out to seem like any kind of monster. I just read the cards and I will read hers. All right. You guys have happy holidays. And if you don't partake in the holiday celebrations, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. All right. Bye.